30 common mistakes tourists make visiting Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm Chris, this is Yellow Productions. I do travel guides that are fun, informative, and entertaining. This video is part of my series on Las Vegas. You can find other videos like cheap eats in Las Vegas or the best free shows in Las Vegas, links at the end of this video or in the description below. But in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you some common mistakes I've made coming to Vegas and that other people have made coming to Vegas too. To compile this video, I asked the fellow Yellow Productions subscribers, what mistakes have you made coming to Vegas? The response was overwhelming. I got over 120 responses. In this video, I'll be sharing with you the top 30 of them. You can learn from other people's mistakes so you don't have to make these. The first common tourist mistake people make coming to Las Vegas is drinking too much. And no, I don't mean drinking too much apple juice. I mean drinking too much alcohol. If you're coming to Las Vegas, pace yourself. There's alcohol everywhere. Bars on the strip, free drinks inside the casinos, drinks at the clubs, foot-long margaritas. There is alcohol everywhere. And you don't want to end up drinking so much on your first day that you have nothing to do your second day because you're spending the entire day just feeling awful in your hotel room. So go slow. The second common mistake tourists make visiting Las Vegas is eating too much. In addition to alcohol everywhere, there is food everywhere you look, and not just food, lots of food, particularly at the buffets. And I know at first sight that 24-hour buffet pass, all the buffets you can eat at 24 hours seems like a really good deal, but let me tell you, if you do that, your stomach will be hating you afterwards. So pace yourself on the food. Common mistake number 3 is gambling too much, and never bet your life savings on red, always on black. But seriously, if you're the kind of person who has no willpower towards gambling, Las Vegas will suck you dry. So if you are gambling, make sure to pace yourself, set a budget, and most of all, be careful, especially if you brought your rent check. The fourth common mistake is thinking that you'll make money. You know, those of us who go to Las Vegas a lot, we call it the city of lost wages for a reason. You know, and the best joke about this is the one about my friend. He went to Las Vegas in a $60,000 BMW and he came home in a $200,000 Greyhound bus. Seriously, the casinos, they're smarter than you. Unless you're the guy from MIT that has the supercomputer in his shoe, but if you're not him, then they're smarter than you and they are designed to take your money. The fifth common mistake in Las Vegas is thinking what happens in Las Vegas stays in Las Vegas. You know, maybe 20 years ago, but not in the world we live in today. The world we live in today, what happens in Las Vegas, it gets posted on Instagram or maybe even YouTube. That fun thing you were doing that weekend could turn out to be a really awkward conversation at work tomorrow. Mistake number 6 is trying to walk the entire strip in one day. From the Mandalay Bay to Fremont Street in downtown is over 6 miles. And you know, a lot of people say, Chris, but 6 miles doesn't seem very long. But particularly if you're here in the summer when it's 120 degrees, 6 miles can be pretty life-sapping. And by the way, the section of Las Vegas Boulevard between Circus Circus and the Stratosphere really doesn't have much, and the Stratosphere to Fremont Street can get pretty sketchy. But yes, it technically is possible. You can do it. In fact, I've done it. I've done it exactly once until I realized that was a total mistake. Mistake number 7 is only using your feet for transportation. You know, it's really tempting to just walk everywhere when you're in Vegas because you're walking on the strip, the hotels are big, they don't seem very far away, but I'll tell you, if you're walking everywhere, your feet will be hating you by the end of your trip to Las Vegas. There's a lot of other options for getting around. There's buses, there's the monorail, there's trams, there's free trams you can take between the Excalibur and the Mandalay Bay, between the Park MGM and the Bellagio. Use these other transportation options. Maybe walk one direction and then take some transportation back. This is another one. You don't want to overdo your walking on the first day so you're unable to walk for the rest of the days you're in Las Vegas. Mistake number 8, wearing the wrong footwear. Ladies, I'm talking to you on this one. High heels, that would be a mistake. Boots in the summer, that would be a double mistake. And the triple mistake would be high heel boots. Ladies, bring some roll-up flats and some Band-Aids for those blisters that you're gonna get. Usually around midnight or 1 a.m. is when you see a lot of ladies walking down the strip, not wearing their shoes, but carrying them because they can't wear them anymore. Mistake number 9, walking from Caesar's Palace to the Rio Hotel, this neon one back here. It's so close, looks like you could reach out and touch it. That would be a mistake, because to get to the Rio Hotel, you have to go across the Interstate 15 freeway. Many people mentioned this one as well, said they did it and they really regretted it. If you're trying to get to the Rio Hotel, take a taxi, take an Uber, do not make that walk. Mistake number 10 is never venturing off the Strip. You know, the Las Vegas Strip is really easy to stay on. There's a lot of bright lights, and tourists, like a moth to the flame, are often attracted by the bright lights. But if you want to experience the real Las Vegas, you have to get off the Strip. Take an Uber, take a taxi, go somewhere away from the Strip, maybe like Chinatown or even downtown Las Vegas, and check out the real Las Vegas, which people who live here, they'll tell you they never go to the Strip. There's a lot of great food outside of the Strip, and it's a lot cheaper too. Mistake number 11, thinking that taking the bus down the Strip will be faster than walking. It won't be faster than walking. It might save you on your feet, particularly on a Friday or Saturday night. This is what the traffic on the Strip looks like, pretty much stopped. And so in that case, you'll be better off walking, or you'll be better off taking a taxi or Uber, because taxis or Ubers, they won't be going down the super gridlocked Strip. Taxis or Ubers can take kind of the back roads that get through a lot of the traffic. Mistake number 12. I heard this one from my fellow yellow explorers quite a bit, and that is many people felt that taking a taxi at all was a mistake. Why? Because taxis in Las Vegas can be expensive. From the airport, they can long haul you. It's known as tunneling, where they take you through the tunnel to the 15 instead of taking you on the local streets. If you want to take the local streets to your hotel from the airport, tell the taxi driver you want to take Swenson. Swenson is kind of the local street that takes you out of the airport. But what are the other options than taxis? Well, there's plentiful Uber and Lyft. Usually at the hotels though, Uber and Lyft pick up in a different place than the front of the hotel, so look out for the special Uber and Lyft spots. Also, related to taking taxis, sometimes why people think it's a mistake is also hotels can have really long lines for the taxis. So if you think you're just gonna take a taxi and it's really quick, well, it won't be really quick. Hey, and who do we have right here?
Moxie.
Moxie. Good to meet you, Moxie.
MAHXIE Music.
All right.
Black selling producer.
Never a boring day in Vegas. Mistake number 13, booking your hotel on a night when there's a big concert, a fight, or a big convention in town. If that's the case, you'll probably be paying 3 times the price that you'd regularly pay for that same hotel. Mistake number 14, if you made that hotel reservation way in advance, it's not rechecking the reservation a few days before you go to see if prices have fallen. A lot of travelers check the rates maybe 1 or 2 days before they go and realize the room rate's cheaper, but only to realize that the cancellation period was 72 hours. So make sure to recheck the room rates 4 or 5 days before you go. If the hotel's not getting a lot of people to book, they often lower the rates and you can rebook your room for a savings. Mistake 15, going on a whim and waiting till 9 p.m. the night that you're actually in Vegas to book your hotel. You might find all the good rooms, they're gone, and you're ending up staying at the Travel Lodge or the Circus Circus. By the way, those hotels, not so great. Mistake 16 is not factoring all those sneaky hotel fees into the rate. Many hotels in Vegas are charging crazy fees, resort fees, parking fees, and a lot of hotels charge a deposit now, and that deposit isn't per stay, it's often per night charged at the time you book your reservation. So if you're planning to come here on a tight budget, make sure you take a look at all those fees so you don't blow your budget away. Mistake 17 is thinking that the Mandalay Bay is close to the Strip. It's that gold building back there, and it is really the end of the earth. The other mistake related to this is thinking that the Stratosphere is even on the Strip. I know some people try to convince you that it's on Las Vegas Boulevard, but the Stratosphere is really the middle of nowhere. And so if you get a cheap room at one of these hotels, you should factor in the transportation costs going from the hotel to the Strip. That will quickly eat away any savings you got from that really cheap room. Mistake number 18 is thinking that that resort swimming pool is going to be a relaxing experience. This one was submitted by fellow yellow explorer Lois. Lois said she came to Vegas, she checked out her resort swimming pool, took one look at the mob scene that was in it, and said, oh no, I'm not going in. Many of Las Vegas's hotel swimming pools, particularly in the summer, are packed like a Tokyo subway. That is busy. One of the ones that's the most packed, the Mandalay Bay. You hardly have any room to even extend out your arms. Their wave pool is crazy busy. Mistake 19 is going in the summer, anytime during the summer. The temperatures of 118 degrees Fahrenheit will really make you regret it. And if you're wondering why those hotel rooms are so cheap in the summer, come in the summer and you'll understand why. Mistake number 20 is thinking you don't need sunscreen. If you're out in Las Vegas in the daytime, you do. Particularly in the summer at 118 degrees Fahrenheit, the sun is strong, it is hot, your skin will be boiling. This mistake was actually submitted by a fellow yellow explorer who is of African American descent with dark skin, and they said they never need sunscreen anywhere else, but they've never gotten sunburned anywhere like they've been sunburned here. So make sure you wear sunscreen. Mistake number 21, not dressing warm in the winter. You know, I know you've heard it's so hot here. I've been talking about how it's so hot here. I'm here in April, it is 90 degrees Fahrenheit, but in the winter, it's really cold here too. If you come here in December or January, you're gonna need a jacket, particularly because it gets really windy in Vegas. So if you're coming in the winter months, actually check the temperature and bring some cold weather clothes. I mean, not like snow clothes, but still bring some layers, particularly something to block the wind when you're outside. Mistake number deuce, that's 22, trying to eat at fancy restaurants after 9 p.m. I'm sure you've heard Vegas is a 24/7 town. Well, not really. Vegas is 24/7 when it comes to the casinos and maybe some of the fast food restaurants, but the fancy high-end restaurants, they actually close. And so if you're trying to eat there, you probably want to do it before 9. Otherwise, you'll find out you'll be pretty hungry or eating at McDonald's. And this ties into number 23, which is if you want to eat at any of the celebrity chef restaurants or the high-end restaurants, make a reservation. Pro tip, most of the Gordon Ramsay restaurants can book out up to 3 weeks ahead of time, so make your restaurant reservations well in advance. Buying your water at a hotel gift shop, that would be a mistake. Why? Because it's often $7 a pop in hotel casino gift shops. Because they can. Las Vegas is super dry, you're gonna be thirsty. Where should you buy it instead? Buy your water at CVS, Walgreens. If you got a car, there's Targets, Walmarts, and even Costco's for much cheaper water options. Mistake number 25, being conned into a timeshare sales presentation. I heard this one so many times. People describe it as being locked in a room with 3 hours and no way out. Madness, a waste of their vacation. If somebody comes up to you on the strip and starts chit-chatting with you and asks you how long you're gonna be in town and you think they're a timeshare salesperson, the answer is always, I'm leaving tonight, or in fact, I'm leaving in an hour. That ends the conversation real quick. Now, I know some of you love the timeshare presentations and get a lot of good deals out of them. Go for it. Everybody else, it's a mistake. As a complete side note, this was unplanned. Here in April, the Bellagio is doing the Game of Thrones fountain, which is pretty cool, but also a mistake calling these girls direct to your room and expecting them to actually look like it. I did have that comment a few times. I didn't add it to the top 30, but that was just too fortuitous. The girls that come to your room aren't the ones on the poster. Mistake number 26 is paying full price for show tickets. Show tickets in Las Vegas can be really expensive, particularly if you buy them at the hotels, at the box office where the show is. There are tons of these booths on the strip. This one's Ticks for Tonight. There's a few other ones. You can also find good ticket deals on Vegas.com, on Groupon.com. There's a lot of places to get discount tickets, so don't just check out the hotel, but do look for those tickets. You can often get them for half the price of what their retail value is. Same goes for spa services. If you book the spa service at the hotel, it's going to be really expensive, but take a look on Groupon. It might end up being half the price. Mistake number 27, shopping at the stores on the strip. There are a lot of stores on the strip, but you know what? They're expensive. Why? Because they pay premium rent to be on the strip. If you're looking to do shopping while you're in Vegas, well, check out some of the outlet malls. There's 2 outlet malls. There's the Premium Outlets North and the Premium Outlets South. That's where you'll find some of the best prices for shopping. Mistake number 28, driving back to Los Angeles from Las Vegas on Sunday night or Monday night of a 3-day holiday weekend. Oh my gosh, that's a mistake you will never do again, because a drive that is usually 4 hours, well, at the end of a busy weekend can be 8 or 9 hours of your life of bumper traffic that you will never get back. Mistake number 29, this was submitted by fellow Yellow Explorer Tim. He said, getting married in Las Vegas. Vegas. And then he said, just kidding, babe, I'm sure. A pretty similar one that was submitted by fellow explorer Sam. Sam said, taking my wife with me. What a big mistake. Pretty funny. And the 30th mistake you can make visiting Las Vegas, and this would be the biggest one, it was brought up by Jason, it is not watching the awesome and insightful Yellow Productions videos on Las Vegas. Well, thank you, Jason. You'd think I paid him, but I really didn't. So you might want to watch some of my other videos from Las Vegas here and here. Here's a link to all of my Las Vegas videos, and here's just one, the next one you might want to watch. Well, I won't say goodbye because I'll see you in this video.